Mouse, Demetrious Johnson. And Joe, right down the street a couple of months ago, Mandalay Bay, he beat Kid Yamamoto. And that night you and I talked extensively about how that was the greatest MMA performance of this man's young career.
He may very well be the fastest 135-pound, or I should say the fastest MMA fighter on the planet. I mean, the takedowns that he used on Kid Yamamoto were some of the best timed and quickest takedowns I have ever seen. He just had a perfect game plan in that fight, avoided the big power shots of Yamamoto, and took him down at will. I mean, it was really, really impressive for Demetrious Mighty Mouse Johnson, and a true coming out party for him. Especially against Yamamoto, who's such an international superstar, such a highly touted guy. You know, entering into the octagon, everybody was so looking forward to this guy's debut, and Mighty Mouse Johnson just spoiled it.
He is Mighty Mouse, Demetrious Johnson.
And that kid is a true mixed martial artist. I mean, he's got it all: wrestling, jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai. He really puts it all together brilliantly under the tutelage of the great Matt Hume. He's just a really exciting prospect at 135 pounds.
He has put together two of the most impressive winning streaks in MMA history. 19 straight wins, 17 consecutive victories, 38-3 in his mixed martial arts career. Former WEC champion Miguel Angel Torres.
And Miguel Torres right now is in the middle of a crossroads, Mike. He has really reassessed his strategy, his style, has really trained very, very hard on his wrestling, and realized that that is perhaps the weakest link in his game, and has brought in for us the hobby at the TriStar Gym in Montreal to really try to give him more strategy, tighten up his game, make his approach more intelligent. He was banging it out with guys and attacking guys, and that proved to be his demise in the Brian Bowles fight. And then, of course, in the Joseph Benavidez fight, his lack of wrestling proved to be his demise. Was caught in a guillotine, submitted in that fight, and, you know, a very, very disappointing fight for him. And since then, has really tried to have a much more cerebral and strategic approach to fighting. But again, he's in the middle of this transition, and because of this, you know, it's been a very difficult time for Miguel Torres.
Miguel Torres enters the octagon for the second time in his career. 38 wins in his MMA career.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a pack-ration fighter holding a professional record, 13 wins, 1 loss, standing 5 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 135 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Parkland, Washington, Demetrious Mighty Mouse Johnson. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record, 38 wins, 3 losses, standing 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 135 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Montreal, Quebec, Canada, by way of East Chicago, Indiana, he is the former WEC bantamweight champion, Miguel Torres. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Josh Rosenthal.
Josh Rosenthal, our referee. The beautiful Brittany. UFC 130 prelims live. MGM Grand Garden Arena.
You ready?
Torres
ready?
And Johnson. Here we go. White trunks for Torres. Gray trunks for Johnson. 2 quick kicks and he's in and out, Joe.
Yeah, and that is what he's going to try to use to negate the obvious height and reach advantage of Miguel Torres. If he does take Torres down, Torres has an excellent guard. Very good at fighting off of his back, both with chokes from the legs and the arms. Great guillotines. And there he goes. Takedown, and let's see what Torres can do off his back here. Sweeps. immediately sweeps. And as we said, Torres is very dangerous off of his back. And in the past, Mike, one of the reasons why he never worked on his wrestling is he wanted guys to take him down. He would have guys take him down, and he would choke guys out from his back.
Yep.
So his idea was, look, if you stand up with me, I'm going to knock you out. Take me down, I'm going to choke you out.
And then Joseph Benavidez came around.
Well, he realized that, against the higher level wrestlers, you're really going to need other options. And it's always good to be able to decide that you don't want to go to the ground and to be able to defend. And so that's something that Firas Zahabi has really concentrated heavily on. As Miguel Torres tries to pass here, he tried to mount there for a second and tried also to move into side control.
And Zahabi hasn't just become a coach and a trainer. He's become a mentor and a friend. And Torres living in Montreal full-time now. And, I mean, not just finishing his game and changing things, Joe, but he's rewiring his instincts, his whole approach to fighting.
Well, Zahabi's a brilliant strategist, as is the coach of Mighty Mouse Johnson, Matt Hume. And I think at the highest levels of the game, you need that. You can't just get by on talent and technique. You need someone also who is objectively assessing your game and looking for what areas you can improve on. And kudos to Miguel Torres for not just recognizing that, but taking that, that humble step to let himself be guided by one of the great strategists in the game, and allowing this guy to tell him what he's doing wrong. And Miguel said it's been very humiliating. Oh, he's going for a choke here. And Miguel has very long arms, Mike. He can catch some chokes from some crazy angles.
3 for now. And it doesn't hurt when you look at the men who train at TriStar. Torres gets to battle them every day.
Yeah, and, he also gets to see from the success of George St. Pierre, that George trusts highly in Firas's opinions and his ideas. And Miguel has talked about it, how, Firas has talked about how many aspects of his game that are quote-unquote garbage that he needs to work on. And Miguel's working very hard to change that opinion.
38 wins, 31 finishes.
Side control again for Miguel Torres. Not good for Mighty Mouse Johnson here.
And this certainly negates the speed if he can keep his opponent down.
Oh, reversed by the great Mighty Mouse.
Mighty Mouse, the winner of 3 straight fights, including that really strong performance against Kid Yamamoto.
Look at the legs of Torres, though. He's going to use them to try to sweep here. And look at that. Switches to a leg lock. Very dangerous situation here for Mighty Mouse Johnson. He's in a bad spot. This is a heel hook possibility here as well. For both men.
Come up, push the leg up. Get up on top of it, push the leg up.
A little confusion there in the corner as Matt Hume tries to coach Mighty Mouse, but Mighty Mouse spins to Miguel's back here.
Very evenly matched, Johnson and Torres.
And Torres in this position may like to stick a leg in between the 2 legs of Mighty Mouse Johnson and roll under Mike. Instead, he chooses to go to his back. And again, very dangerous guard of Miguel Torres.
Extremely active guard.
Mighty Mouse Johnson has got to keep his hands inside, make sure that his arms don't get trapped in any overhooks. He's got to be very careful of that right arm there. And Miguel Torres will switch his weight side to side, and as Mighty Mouse defends, that's when Torres will attack with submissions. See, he's leading him one way and then attacking another, and then he'll spin back again. Excellent off of his back. Miguel Torres is one of the best guards in MMA, in my opinion. He's going for a choke here attempt.
10 seconds.
Staying high on the neck. Not under the neck, though.
Miguel so active here in round 1, especially off his back.
Okay, relax and breathe. Okay. What he's doing in your guard, Deej, is he's tipping the shoulder and blocking your legs. So you got to stay out of his guard, okay? I want you to stay out of his guard. I want want you to work more on the feet, okay? But if you hit the ground and he balls up and goes to guard and he curls up and everything, you got to push his knees away, you got to circle out towards the head, and you can just come back to your feet too.
Okay,
Let's work him on the feet a little bit. Breathe, breathe and relax, 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 okay? I want you to work him on the feet. The leg kicks there all day. You hurt his leg with those first two, and he started checking, okay? What do you do when someone checks?
Go through it or body.
Or
You're in the guard, off your back right away. You did beautiful, Miguel. You can do this. Let's do this.
Getting set for the start of the second round. Johnson and Torres. Don't forget UFC 130 live tonight on pay-per-view. Rampage Jackson, Matt the Hammer Hamill, Frank Mir, Roy Nelson. Coverage begins top of the hour, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. Call your cable or satellite provider. Use your remote or go to UFC.com for ordering information. Johnson on the outside. Torres trying to cut off the octagon here. And it's Johnson who initiates the takedown. 23 career wins by submission.
Keep him off the spine, Miguel.
For Miguel Torres. Hammering that heel into his opponent.
Look at the long legs of Miguel Torres and how good he uses them to upset the balance and the weight of his opponent.
10-inch reach advantage in this fight. And it's not just on the feet, as you said, Joe. It's in this game, too.
Yeah. He rolled over here, used it to sweep him, and he gets back up to his feet. And the reason why he got out of that was because he was going for a triangle there, and when Mighty Mouse defended, he was able to turn him over.
Clinch game. Mighty Mouse again drives through the hips. Rapidly rising star, and Johnson realizes that a win over Miguel Torres could be an early career-defining moment.
Yeah, but he's eating some elbows off of his back, and again, constantly defending the attacks of Miguel Torres. Miguel doesn't let you rest on top of him. And look at that beautiful sweep by Torres. Beautiful butterfly sweep, and then look at that. Mighty Mouse puts him right back down. Reverse triangle possibility here. He's got it locked on. Not good for Mighty Mouse. Miguel Torres is an assassin off of his back.
Torres looking to finish this fight with 3 left in the second. Trying to control Mighty Mouse, Demetrious Johnson.
He lost the triangle possibility.
Johnson fights through it.
Didn't quite feel like he had it secured there. Decided to let it go. Now he's trying to shove his arm through and get a choke. Can't get that, so he will attack with elbows. Again, constantly moving, boxing the ears, always pushing, and wearing Demetrious out. As Demetrious is on top of him, he's the one who's actually being forced to work by Miguel Torres. And that's the advantage that Torres has of being so good off of his back. The Mighty Mouse would like to try to pass here, but he's got to be careful he doesn't get swept.
Went nearly 6 years unbeaten at one point in his career. Miguel Torres. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt under the late Carlson Gracie.
And you hear, get your elbows in by Hume. This is the last thing he wants is this Kimura attempt here by Miguel Torres. If Miguel can lace his hands up together and get that double wrist lock position, this could be a very bad situation for Mighty Mouse. Mighty Mouse has got his arm out of it for now. But again, Torres continuing to roll and attack. And every time Mighty Mouse makes some sort of a movement to try to pass, it's stifled by Torres. And keep an eye on the body, the butterfly hooks of Torres, because he's been successful several times of sweeping him.
Trying to position himself again to be active on his back, use those long legs to try to submit Demetrious Johnson. Just about a minute left now in round number 2. Top of the hour, UFC 130, live on pay-per-view.
Even though Miguel Torres, I think, is, forcing Mighty Mouse to work here, and Mighty Mouse really isn't doing anything offensively to him in this spot, he's got to look at the fact that the judges are going to notice that Mighty Mouse is on top. It shouldn't mean as much as it does, but it is scored very highly. Look at that. Beautiful hop out by Johnson. Johnson spins for a leg, but he leaves his own leg open to Torres.
Got it brief, at least for now.
And Torres tries to do something with his legs here on Mighty Mouse's neck, but can't do it. And Mighty Mouse now moves into side control.
20 seconds.
Great for him to finish this round out like this would be huge for Mighty Mouse.
Mighty Mouse looking for the neck.
Yeah, he's got to at least try to keep this dominant position. Now he's in half guard, but if he can, you know, finish up with some shots, this can seal him the round.
Round 2 coming to conclusion.
My right leg's fucked. I know.
Put ice on it. Put ice on it. Put ice on it.
Left, right foot.
Yeah, my right.
Okay,
Sure.
listen. You're killing him standing.
Water.
You got to forget about it. You're killing him standing. You were smoking him standing. You just got to keep going in the stand-up. He can't match your footwork.
I know.
You go in, out, you can hit him.
I know.
Can you move on your leg?
A little. It's hurting. I'm rushing by. I'll do my job.
Okay, listen. The only thing you have to, DJ, you can beat him standing. If you're going to take him down, you can't.
And here we see Torres with the beautiful butterfly sweep. And here he gets reversed by Mighty Mouse. And here again,
seconds out.
Torres utilizing those long legs and leverage, attacks with a leg lock, tries to switch it to a heel hook.
Demetrious Johnson telling Matt Hume, I'll do my job.
Yeah, it appears he's hurt his foot.
Yep, I think it's the back leg, it's the right leg. I noticed it a little bit early in the second round, Joe. But, you know, I love that. That's a fighter right there. I'll do my job. I'll get through it. And this is a very close fight with 5 minutes remaining.
And Mighty Mouse looking for the takedown and gets it.
Very
again,
good wrestler.
Torres attacking off of his back, wants to try to make something happen. Trying to pry an arm free so that he can perhaps secure a triangle position. Has one leg over the shoulder. Would like to pull that arm out, Mike. If he can pull that arm out, he will secure one of his feet under one of his knees and attempt to attack with either a triangle or switch it up to an arm bar. But Mighty Mouse, very aware of the situation, wants to keep his arm from being extended. Now Torres hooks it underneath the thigh and makes it even more difficult for Mighty Mouse. The long legs of Miguel Torres is such an awesome advantage when he's in these sort of battles.
5'9", 135.
And he's moving to the back as well. And we'll switch to an armbar. Good defense here by Mighty Mouse.
Get heavier, scoot back and get heavy. Heavy on his hips.
Talking about staying heavy on the hips of Torres. The corner of Demetrious Johnson.
Mighty Mouse moves into side control. Very nicely done.
Trying to keep that left arm of Torres pinned.
And Torres did an excellent job there capturing one of those legs with his leg and switching, rolling. Look at how he did that. Rolled the hips, moved right back into full guard.
Bring your elbow inside, control strong arms.
Just over 3 on the clock in this fight.
Young fighters can really learn a lot watching Torres and his technique off of his back. Makes it very difficult for fighters to pass, very difficult for them to relax as well.
Don't forget, top of the hour, UFC 130. Rampage and Hamill.
But again,
Amir and Nelson.
What people are seeing here is Mighty Mouse on top. And for the judges, that means everything.
Call your cable or satellite provider. Use your remote. Go to UFC.com for ordering information.
Now Mighty Mouse, now be careful with Miguel Torres here, because what Torres is going to try to do, Mike, is he's got one leg in between 2 legs. He's going to try to roll into an armbar. And Mighty Mouse recognized that and they was able to roll with him and stay on top.
Been a good third round for Demetrious Johnson. Mighty Mouse, he's kind of dictated where this fight has taken place, and they both try to continue this chess match.
Well, Torres had an opening right there and hesitated a bit. Beautiful sweep into full mount. Nicely done by Miguel Torres. That was brilliant, Mike. That was technique right there. Miguel's really got him locked up here, and Torres is going to try to hold him into this position until he can figure out some sort of an attack as he's defending the attempts by Mighty Mouse's legs. Mighty Mouse is trying to get out of the spots. He keeps pushing on the legs, hip escaping, wants to get a knee up, and he turns and he moves to a leg lock. Look at that. Very nicely done by Mighty Mouse.
Yep, Hume said pop the hips, get the leg, and he didn't even more.
That was great speed and technique.
Demetrious Johnson, 13-1 in his MMA career.
This is a very tricky fight to score, Mike.
1 minute on the Miguel. Mike, what's your finish? Mike, that's it. Let's go.
Miguel staying on top here. I know Miguel would like to try some sort of a finish attempt here. Does not want to leave it in the hands of the judges. Has a potential arm triangle on the right side. But Mighty Mouse realizing that. See how he dropped his elbow there and positioned it between the neck and his body. Guillotine attempt by Torres.
30 seconds left in the fight.
Into full mount.
Look at the battle back and forth.
Oh,
and he's
Mighty
out
Mouse
again.
is out, and
But
again.
just for now.
But Torres attacks on the other side.
This is, Joe, as you said, a very closely contested matchup. 15 seconds. Head kick. Mighty Mouse pushes forward. Torres pins him against the cage.
What a scrap. Mighty Mouse is going for it.
They are going to go the distance. Big takedown late. Judges will render their decision.
Great fight.
Start bleeding again after that first round.
We await the judge's decision. Tonight's presentation of UFC 130 prelims live on Spike has been brought to you by DirecTV. Get the most anticipated sporting events live on DirecTV. Don't just watch TV, DirecTV. Miguel Torres had Demetrious Johnson in a bad spot late in that third round. Johnson fought through it. Now they await the decision. Don't forget, Joe Rogan. Dana White will visit in just a moment. Tell you all about tonight's UFC 130 live on pay-per-view.
Am I sweating yet? Gentlemen.
Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score this contest 29-28, declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Demetrious Mighty Mouse Johnson.
Big victory here tonight for Demetrious Johnson. He defeats the former champion